A woman near Polsbo who's been feeding raccoons living around her home for almost 4 decades found herself surrounded by nearly 100 of the animals on October 3rd, and that's when she called for help. Kitsap County Sheriff's deputies came to her rescue after she was forced to run away in her car to escape the furry and very hungry creatures.
So 35 years ago, you first started feeding some raccoons, and then when all of a sudden did it explode like this?
6 weeks ago.
6 weeks ago.
The woman says the raccoons often surround her day and night, demanding food. And she says she's been quoted prices as high as $500 per raccoon to
pack of pit bulls attack a couple on their patio.
Mother was also surrounded by the same pack of dogs. Now some terrifying video of a couple swarmed by a pack of pit bulls in their own backyard. This was not an isolated case. A mother was also surrounded by the same pack of dogs while she was picking up her children at daycare. As Les Turner reports, there have been 4 police reports filed against the dogs' owners in just the last few months.
Sheer terror as a pack of pit bulls attack a couple on their patio. Sarah Cook and Ryan Lesher scramble for safety as a dozen vicious dogs swarm around them, snarling and biting. As they flee indoors, the pack runs off, searching for more victims. Indoors, the pack runs off, searching for more victims.
I was sure that we were going to die. We were pretty much pinned against the wall. One jumped up and bit me right in my abdomen immediately.
I wasn't sure if I was going to survive that, but we did. We're here.
We were pretty much pinned against the wall. One jumped up and bit me right in my abdomen immediately.
I wasn't sure if I was going to survive that, but we did. We're here.
Sarah and Ryan had planned to hold their wedding on the patio. Now they say they're too scared.
We just bought this house, and it should be such a happy time for us, and now we're afraid to be in our backyard.
Incredibly, just 10 days later, the same pack of pit bulls attacked a mom of 3 as she picked up her kids at daycare in Indianapolis. Look at them circling the car, round and round. The traumatized toddlers are safely inside the vehicle, but their mom is bitten on the feet and ankles as she screams for her life. She says the dog round. The traumatized toddlers are safely inside the vehicle, but their mom is bitten on the feet and ankles as she screams for her life. A pack of pit bulls attacked a mom of 3 as she picked up her kids at daycare in Indianapolis. Look at them circling the car, round and round. The traumatized toddlers are safely inside the vehicle, but their mom is bitten on the feet and ankles as she screams for her life. She says the dogs reminded her of the hyenas in the Lion King movie.
My kids are screaming, and what was probably lasted 30 seconds felt like 10 to 15 minutes of pure torture.
Shalom, shalom, Yasharala, all praises and glory goes to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations unto the elect men feeding the sheep of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and in truth, with this great gospel coming out of our Bible, man. Coming out of our Bible. Now more than ever, it's time to fear Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai. Now more than ever, it's time to fear our Lord power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, because why? Visitation is right around the corner. right? And we seeing the Lord ain't playing. He's unleashing the beast on motherfuckers. He's unleashing storms on motherfuckers. He's unleashing military on motherfuckers. Hunger, pestilence, sicknesses, disease, right? We're living in the times of troubled times. I'm going to read the book of Jeremiah 15. Let's go to Jeremiah 15 and 3. It says, and I, the Lord, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahweh, the sword to slay, and dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beast of the earth to devour and to destroy. Yes, the Lord's going to use these animals. The Lord's going to use these animals to punish these people. To punish these people, right? And it's happening. It's happening. I'm going to read the book of Hosea 13 and 8. It says, I will meet them as a bear that is bereaved of her whelps, and will rend the call of her heart, of their hearts. And there will I devour them like a lion. The wild beasts shall tear them, right? Like we said, the Lord's going to use these animals, these dogs, these wolves, these lions, these bears, right? It's about to get scary. I hear the birds. They had a movie showing the birds was attacking motherfuckers, right? Because what's happening right now? You got a lot of people being put to death by what? Animals. Right, the Lord's put the spirit on these animals. The Lord also said there be spirits created for vengeance. Let's read the book of Ecclesiasticus 39, and let's start at 28. It reads, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for what? Vengeance. Here's the point: the teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents, and the sword, punishing the what? Punishing the wicked to destruction, and they putting in work. They appeasing them. They appeasing the Lord, right? Because the Lord created these animals to do a job. Right? Look at the woman, the couple. They're just sitting in their backyards, and next thing you know, a bunch of dogs and hopped over. Black woman hop out of her car trying to take her baby out of the car. Dogs then came and attacked. You're in Mexico trying to eat at a picnic, and here come a bear, come eat up all your food, and you can't do a motherfucking thing about it. Look at this story. It says, mother of baby boy. Look at this beautiful little baby boy. Right? What did the Lord do to this little beautiful little child? It says, mother of baby boy mauled to death by dogs. Opens up about it. Yeah, the Lord don't give a damn about a beautiful little baby child. Right? These are spirits created for vengeance, right? And the Lord knew who this little child was. That's why that was his judgment. He was sent back on earth to receive that judgment. It says 1-year-old Jeriah Johnson had been fighting for his life in the ICU after a dog attack. His mother confirmed Monday night that Jeriah passed away. Yeah, 1-year-old baby boy has died after deputies said he was attacked by his babysitter's dogs, according to his mother. Yeah, mother crazy taking your child to a motherfucking place. They got some scary ass looking dogs around. Fucking dogs just drooling on their mouth coming around your little child, right? It says, according to his mother, she spoke virtually with Ken's 5 from the University Hospital on Monday night as he was fighting for his life in the ICU, which you come to find out he lost. He lost that battle. It says, I've been shaken. I've been having panic attacks. Castro said the babysitter, 36-year-old Heather Rodriguez, faces felony charges of causing serious bodily injury to a child by omission. She was arrested at her home Monday morning of the 9700 block, and they always have a fucking woman watching. You be seeing these stupid ass women walking these big ass dogs. I used to have a neighbor. She had this big ass motherfucking dog. I remember the police raided the bitch crib one time, and all you heard was the cops saying, we finna blow this fucking dog head off, bitch, if you don't get this dog in order. And she only weighing like a motherfucking $160, not even that big. She's like $150, walking around with this big scary ass dog that her boyfriend had left her with, right? It said, I think they put that motherfucker to death too after they raided that spot. It says she was arrested at her home Monday morning of the 9700 block of Spruce Ridge Drive in Northeast Baxter County, where investigators said the attack occurred. Castro said she knew Rodriguez had dogs, but was assured they would always be secured away from her baby. Yeah, right. You should be arrested too for putting your children in harm's way. I wish she'd had stayed like she said she would, instead of going into work like she got called into work, Castro said. Right? And it's all of the Lord. Right? It's all of the Lord. It's the Lord's show. It's the Lord controlling things. It's the Lord bringing judgment on wicked souls. Right? Ecclesiasticus 40, and let's start at 7. It says, when all is safe, he awaketh, and marveleth that the fear was nothing. It says, such things happen to all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon the sinners. Right? Upon the sinners. Death and bloodshed, strife, the sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourges. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. Right? Even the time of the flood, did the Lord spare babies? Right? The Lord ain't sparing babies. The Lord didn't spare the babies in the time of the flood, in the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? In the time of Egypt, firstborns was being put to death. Right? You had infants, people who just had their firstborn being put to death. The Lord don't give a fuck about a child. Right? It's all about the elect. Right? When you see what's happening in this place, man, this place is being destroyed to set up a kingdom that's going to be around forever. Right? All these wicked souls you see walking around, what these walking, fucking, talking obituaries, right? They're going to be punished very soon with what? Death. It says death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and scourges. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. Right? And guess what? It's about to become another flood is coming, that motherfucking military. Right? The Lord's about to unleash these militaries, these troops, these white men with guns, Asian men with guns, Russian men with guns. Right? It's about to get ugly out here. The Lord's about to unleash the beast. And the main beast is that Edomite. That's another beast the Lord gonna really unleash, these Edomites, man, because they coming. They coming. Just like you seen them dogs circle in the car, that's how that military troops gonna be circling your neighborhoods. Right? That's how them B-2 bombers gonna be circling your cities, dropping bombs on them motherfuckers, right? Because what the Lord said, I'll read this again. Jeremiah 15:3, it says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword, right, to slay, and dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beast of the earth to devour and to destroy. And they gonna appease the wrath of him who made them. Read the book of Ezekiel 25:13. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord, power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. Right? Therefore thus saith the Lord, power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it. Right? One thing we gotta know about this Edomite system and this Edomite society, at one time these Edomites had power. Right? So much power, man. You seen Esau, man. He was controlling animals. You had the motherfucking crackers in the circus until the Lord had that fucking lion, whatever it was, slap the shit out of one of them, Siegfried and Roy, whatever them dudes is called. Right? You had Edomites controlling their pets. Now you got, man, they found one clan member, his dogs ate his ass up. Right? The connection that Esau had with animals is dying. Is dying. You got Ace Ventura spirit, right? They show you in the movie Ace Ventura, man. Even Ace Ventura knew these crackers don't care about no goddamn animals, because what they wear animals as fur coats, as a scarf. So he punched the one cracker and threw him in his shoulder, to try to wear him as a scarf. And shit was hilarious. The shit was hilarious. You gotta realize it's the end of Esau, Edom. So everything Edom had connections with is being cut off, just like what the other nations. Right? You got Saudi Arabia doing business with other nations. You got the men that were at peace with Edom doing business with other nations, right? Now these animals no longer respect Esau's authority, right? No longer respect Esau's authority. At one time, an animal knew not to come into this area or into that area. Now, guess what? Crackers is waking up, and it show you that in that movie, leave the world behind, right? And fucking deers had popped up, a bunch of them, right? Because that was a sign of something is coming. Something is coming. They ain't nothing good for these devils. The scriptures also say what? Here's the book of Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for their iniquity. Right? I'm reading it again. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Right? That's what the Lord is doing, preparing slaughter for these Edomites. Right? That's why World War III is coming. More animals are getting closer and closer to these cities, to these suburbs, right? To places where there's man dwelling. I'm going to read Romans 12:19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord Yahweh. So yeah, that's what the Lord is doing, man. You got to realize, in the scriptures, man, ain't talking about Israel in America getting up and whooping their enemy's ass. The Bible speaks about Jacob's trouble. So we're going to be in trouble, right? The Lord's coming to deliver us from these heathens. So things are going to get bad for us. That's why you can't even avenge yourself, because you don't have the power to avenge yourself. That's why the Lord got to intervene with weathers, with storms, with tempests, with devouring fires, right? With earthquakes, with the teeth of wild beasts, with other nations, right? The Lord got to use all these other things. And we, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. And what the Lord going to do? Use storms, animals, militaries, right? And guarantee He's going to use that thermonuclear destruction. That's the main weapon that the Lord's going to use to what? Hit our enemies, which is the Edomites and the other nations, man. Shalom.